Hi everybody! Hey, how are you today? Welcome to Heffy HQ. Thank you for joining us. I'm hoping that you can hear us okay. We're using a new microphone setup, so you can let us know if you have any feedback in regards to that. Morgan, you want to do some crafting today?
Yes.
What do you want to make?
So I'm going to do a birthday card for my friend's birthday on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking we should use Crumbs.
Oh,
Because
right.
maybe corgis.
You like the corgis?
I think the corgis are cute.
Oh, yeah, me too. So the Crumbs set, you want to use that and anything else?
I'm going to use the happy birthday sentiment from Popping By.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also going to use the Grassy Last border dies.
Cool. To create a little theme.
Yeah.
And also over on, was it Facebook? Someone on Facebook said that they'd like us to use the Highland Honeys stamp set as well. So I'm going to make a card using that. Oh, we've got some people joining us. We've got Laura here. Hey, Laura. Hello. And we have Candy. Candy says, headed to work, but wanted to say hello. Hello. And Jasmine says, I'm watching on mute as I'm on a conference call. Oh, good old conference calls. Don't miss them. All right, then. Shall we get cracking?
I think so.
Okay. So why don't you grab the Misty, and I'm going to go and grab some alcohol marker-friendly cardstock. And I'm also going to try and remember that I don't have a radio mic on. So I have to talk at the table and not when I'm walking away.
Oh, Laura's saying that was her that asked to use the Highland Honeys.
Oh, yay! Did you get the Highland Honeys, Laura? And they're so cute. I love them. Okay, here's a wee piece. Hopefully that will be enough to get you started. And there's another wee piece lurking in here. I can see it. And I will go and grab Highland Honeys. So, this is for Cat.
Mm-hmm.
How old is Cat going to be, do you know?
I won't say.
Maybe it's better not. That's what you said about Mum last week as well.
I'm just good like that.
Oh, that's good. You're the friend that we all want to have. Laura says, I love the Highland Kai. Yay, that's good.
Super cute, aren't they?
Yeah. I was saying to Morgan, we need to go and like drive and find a Highland coo near here and get some photos with it. I've only seen one though in a field, and he was right at the other end of the field. So I don't think that's very photogenic. It would be like, look at this tiny orange dot in the middle. Right, crack on, girl. So let me grab some Memento Tuxedo Black ink, which is going to work well for that. Let me grab my Highland Honeys as well. And oh, hopefully I can find them. Here it is. Now, the other thing that we talked about was that we could maybe do some ink smooshing. Didn't I tell you a little bit about ink smooshing? Morgan is a noob.
Yeah.
She's new to crafting. So she's getting to learn about all these exciting crafty techniques, which is actually really exciting for me because I get to vicariously live all the excitement all over again. Laura says, I'm waiting for my birthday. Hopefully I'll get some pennies.
It's always good, isn't it?
Yeah. And Candy says, Highland Honeys is on my wish list. I want a gift card to your shop so I can't wait to place an order soon. Yay! Awesome. Okay, so we're going to do some ink smooshing. So while you're prepping your you got 2 gorgies. What else have you got there?
I'm chucking the teapot down, tiny little teapot, and 2 teacups because there's a sentiment in the old Crumbs set that says, I hope your day is tea-rific.
I love tea. You like tea too, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Tea this morning.
Yeah,
I put up on the Instagram stories and Heffy, whether people prefer to start their day with tea or coffee.
Interesting.
So far, coffee is more popular.
No, Craig's gone, yes, in the corner over there. Nah, not for me. I'm a tea girl all the way. Unless it's the pumpkin spice latte, then maybe. But only with the right proportions of coffee to syrup. Kind of more about the syrup than I am about the coffee. All right, so we're going to do some ink smooshing, and with ink smooshing, it's inky, watery, bit messy, lots of fun. But because we are using water to get that smooshiness, I'm going to use some watercolor cardstock. Now this one is called Paint On, and it is by Claire Fontaine. This is my favorite watercolor pad. It's really handy, and also you can get a perfect panel of A2 from this section here, and then this section at the bottom I usually end up using to create layers, etc. So I've pulled out 2 pieces, so that one for me and one for you.
Okay.
So why don't you ink up your stamps and get that inked, and I shall go prepare some smooshiness. What everyone else is up to today, Morgan?
I'm waiting to see the comments come in. Everyone's saying they're skiving off work.
I know. Sorry, everybody. Laura says, controversially, I don't do tea or coffee. So what do you do? I don't really understand. Do you know that? Do you know in Friends? Is it in Friends when Joey says something, you don't have a TV, and he goes, what do you point your couch at then? this is pretty much my how do you not do tea or coffee? And how do you actually get awake in the morning then? Hey, Crafting Pictures is here. Hello. So happy to have you here. Right, I'm going to pull out my little Nessie now. I think for this one, and maybe the little baby nest as well. Don't you be shaking all my cables, Craig. But yeah, how are you getting on over there, Morgan?
So I've done my first
layer
over, yeah.
Your first flip over. Nice.
First layer of ink on my corgi.
Yeah.
Just gonna do my second.
Second one.
Then we'll see how we get on.
Looking good. So I've pulled out the little Nessie, the big mama Nessie, and also the mountains here. I don't know if I'm going to use them, but I might. So I'll get them out as well.
Laura says water or hot chocolate if it's a chilly morning. Ooh, hot chocolate's good. Especially with squishy cream and marshmallows on top.
Squishy cream, we were talking about this earlier. You call it squishy cream.
Squishy cream.
Squishy cream.
Squishy cream. Ranger didn't like that.
And we would have always called it squirty cream. Squirty cream. I'm gonna buy this. What about you guys? Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like an aerosol with cream in it. Is that the
That
best way?
sounds really unappetizing, doesn't it, when you say
If you
it
think
like
about
that?
it, it is unappetizing. It's like also squirty cheese. Like,
Oh, cheating the cat. I'm not about that life.
Yeah, I'm not. No. Even whenever you have like, whenever you go to the cinema, back pre-COVID when the cinema was a thing.
Oh, the good old days.
The good old days. And they would have like nuts or something, or like cheese sauce. I'm always a bit like, that cheese though just looks like 90% preservatives. 2%
The good kind of cheese.
So I could start my day with hot chocolate, but I think I'd need the caffeine. I think I'd need it. Actually, last year, with the stress of COVID getting us all wound up, I actually cut back in caffeine. I switched from caffeine to decaf, with the exception of my first cup of tea in the day is what I call real tea. So you're still on real tea, aren't you? But during the day, I'm like, please. I actually say that it's made a massive difference to me. So that's been really good. Okay, so I've stamped my little critters and put this over to the side for now.
I'm just putting my dogs away.
Put your dogs back in their kennels, and we're going to talk a little bit about ink smooshing. All right, I'm just going to go and grab one more thing. So bear with me. While I fetch it.
My dog's there.
There we go. Okay, So you don't know what ink smooshing is, do you?
I don't know.
Okay, let me just move these out of the way because
I'm excited to learn.
yeah, it might get a bit
sound
messy. Oh, it is fun. We did some ink smooshing on a make and take once at a craft fair, and Piper just went all ink everywhere. It's quite fun. So ink smooshing is when you pick up some ink and then apply it onto your project. And normally, I say normally, but if you looked up online for tutorials, people will normally recommend using something like acetate. So let me cut this down into a more manageable size. And I'll let you have a bit of a practice first and foremost.
Sure.
So we're going to use acetate first of all, but then what we're going to do is switch over to a poly bag. So this is just a Ziploc bag. You could use a sandwich bag if you like. I prefer using the Ziploc bags, but let's do both. Here is your piece of card, madame.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So, do you want to cut yours down so that you have a panel that is 5.5 by 4 1/4, which will go onto your card? And I will go and grab some inks. So we'll do mine first of all because I'm pretty flexible and I'll work with whatever comes out. The thing is though with the ink smooshing is that it's really a bit more artisty, and you kind of have to go with the flow a little bit. If you're a control freak, then ink smooshing might be a little bit hard on the soul to start off with, but it's super fun once you get the hang of it. So I'm going to go grab some ink.
So that's 5.5
by 4 1/4. I'm going to grab some distress inks for this because distress inks react really well with water. I've got Blueprint Sketch. Mermaid Lagoon and Salty Ocean. And it doesn't really matter what you have, but we will show you. I'm going to bring over my white mat because what we're going to do is we're going to tap the ink onto a surface. Now I could use this is just glass, you could probably use that as well, no problem. But because this is white, you'll get to see it a little bit better. Okay, so we'll use that. So we're going to tap some ink onto our mat like this, so you might not really be able to see that, but there is some ink on there. And then we're going to create little puddles of inky water by spritzing it with some water. Alrighty. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pick up some of that inkiness. Ooh, we're going to miss already. And then put this to the side. We're going to practice first of all. And we're going to just smoosh it down. And as you push it down, it'll smoosh around underneath.
Pretty cool.
There. Yeah, so it comes out really, really cool. So the best way to get really cool effects is actually to dry this before you add the next layer. All right? Okay. So why don't you practice using your scratch pieces, and you can use my ink that's there. Sure. And you can use this acetate. The ink's on this side. And I'm going to encourage this to dry by wafting it around the place. So you'll see that it'll come out differently every time. Laura's got a little bit of a tip for you. She says that she uses the packaging that the stamps come in.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that'll work too.
I've done it.
You did it. So you get this really cool.
Try and hold it up without it running everywhere.
I know. You get this really cool, uneven kind of effect. So I'm gonna. That was Salty Ocean. I'm gonna come in now with a little bit of Blueprint Sketch. You can wipe that down if you so wish. Yeah. Give it a squirty, squirty, squirty cheese.
For that one.
And kind of mix these together a bit if you want to. There's no wrong and right when it comes to ink smooshing. If you apply a little bit of pressure, it'll make like bigger bubbles like this. You can move it around as you so wish. Like here we have a bit more of a two-tone effect here. So now what I want you to do is to use the Ziploc baggie. Just want to see how you feel with that, because the good thing about this is that I feel like you have a lot more control. So this one here wants to lie straight, as you can see. But for this one, you can really smoosh it up and get lots of texture. So let's add a wee bit more ink. This is Mermaid Lagoon. Gonna be an expert at all these names soon.
There's quite a few different colours to learn.
I know. And then what I like to do is I kind of like smoosh it together like this, and then pick up the colour like that.
Okay.
And then open it out.
Oh,
and what you get is these little dots, kind of more separated from each other. Does that make sense? And then I lay them down. And the good thing as well is that you can actually use the texture to your advantage. You can kind of smoosh it up together if you want, and you get more movement. Can you see these little lines?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that textured effect. So you can give that a go, see what you think.
Sure.
And for your card, what we will do is, if you're going to have your little critters down here and your grass on the bottom,
sure,
create an ink smooshed sort of sky background. The idea is less is more. Sometimes it's really tempting just to layer and layer and layer and layer, but in fact having some of that white space in there, I mean, that would be kind of cool as a background. And then all right, so you want to give that a go with this?
Okay, we'll give it a go.
And Laura says that she uses the packaging, so I'm going to go and get some packaging from one of the stuff. And give that a go as well. Let's see. It works really well too. It does also want to lie flat a little bit like the acetate. I think personally I still prefer using the Ziploc baggie. I feel like I can get a little bit more control over it. But this works really well, especially whenever you know you're going to have some stamp packaging lying around. Nice.
Okay.
Here's mine so far. Now I'm going to probably hit this with a heat tool for a second to dry it. If I can find my heat tool. Why don't you ask what everybody's doing today?
Anybody else crafting with us? Jasmine says she's just seen us ink smooshing. How fun. It is. I'm enjoying it. I do think, though, I preferred the acetate.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know why. I just felt like it was a little bit easier just to plop it down. But
play around.
I do appreciate that you got smaller droplets, seemingly, with the bag when you smooshed it.
Maybe you just need to use both.
Both seems like a good idea.
That's what I say about ink pads. This blue ink pad is nice, but this one's nice too. I love both.
Laura saying, watching you two, I reckon I need to try a Ziploc bag style. It does seem to be more controllable. And Amy says she's having to pack up her craft room because she's moving. No crafting for a while.
Is it Amy Corson?
It is, yes.
Congratulations! I've seen Amy's house on Facebook. It looks amazing. Congratulations! All right, so I still got some little puddles here, but if I take my Ziploc-y and I'm going to add a bit more of my blueprint sketch on here. And if you find that there's a lot of ink in one area, you can take the corner of this and like move it around a little. Use a paintbrush. Either.
Sure.
The world is your oyster, dear. So I'm going to pick up some more of this and layer it on. And then can you see how you get the multi-tones there? toggle. See, that's what I find with the acetate is
does.
that it makes a line whenever you lift it up.
Going to show on the camera. So
When you lift it up, it curls and then it creates a line down the middle. So just put it down flat and then lift it up flat if you can. Well, it's fine if it goes to the edge because you just won't touch the edge to your project.
We'll give it a go and see how it looks like.
You're still on your practice one, aren't you?
Yes, thank God for that.
That's why we're practicing.
I might want to retract my earlier statement about preferring the acetate.
Don't mess with the expert. I'm just kidding. Everybody's different. I just like the way you can get little like splatters with this. No. You get more of a splatter.
Yeah.
But it depends what you want because you just might want big areas of colour.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, especially if you had like a big area of like yellow and then a big area of like green, make sure you dry one before you do the other one. It looks really cool. It really makes it pop. So that's nice. I'm gonna put my little, what's it called? Loch Ness Monster on here. So I'm actually gonna want the bottom section to be really quite blue. So I'm gonna add some more blue. Are you ready to brave your actual project?
Why not? We'll give it a go, shall we?
Bearing in mind, you can always start again if it's really not working out. I'm sure it'll be fine. I couldn't help but reach for salvaged patina. So this, Morgan, is a new Distress ink colour.
Okay.
So it's just been released, I don't know, last month maybe. And Amy sent it to me. So it's brand new in my collection. And I love it. I love it a lot.
Stacey's saying hi ladies from Scrapmania.
Hey Stacey, how you doing? Alright, so we're smooshing today, ink smooshing. And I'm just adding a little.
Learning lots.
Learning lots, yes. Actually, that's a nice colour.
That is.
It's very subtle that in the smooshing variety is very, very subtle. Some of the others might work. Do you want to try
give
this?
it a go, I think.
Okay. You can add more ink if you want because there's not enough
Might
lot
do
on
that.
there. Give that to you.
I don't
I'm
know.
enjoying this so far, but I do want to dry it before it comes to. Laura says the bits that don't work out quite right are great for die cutting. Yes, they are. Or even just for like a background on your card. That's really cool. Or you can cut them into panels and then put them on the front of your envelopes. That looks really cool as well. Amanda's here.
Hi, Amanda.
Hey.
Just steal the corner of yours to mix it a little bit.
That's fine. And you can add multiple colours. You don't have to just have one colour on there. You do as you like.
So you can mix multiple colours when they're wet,
yeah.
but when you do your first layer, you wait for it to dry.
Yes.
Cool.
That's how you're going to get this kind of layered effect here. Can you see how this splodge here is darker blue and it's lying on top of the light blue? If you did them together, they would just merge together. But maybe that's the look that you want to go for. So, smoosh, smoosh, smoosh. That's right. So I'm going to go for a bit more smooshy color down here, maybe in a darker color. I have reached here for Salty Ocean. I'm going to use this corner. Managed to get ink on my mountain. Look. Oh no. Okay, we'll cover it up.
Hide the crimes.
Yep, hide the crimes. Ooh, that rolled off your tongue like quite quickly. Is there anything I need to be concerned about? Thank you, Amanda, for posting this in Heffy Doodlers. We intended to put it on, and whenever we clicked the button on the computer, it fell on its face. And we would have had to restart, so we decided not to. I'm going to pick up more of this colour. Oh, bear with us. So a pre-warning to, well, not pre, a post-warning to Morgan is that if you don't touch the camera for, I think, half an hour, it decides that it's had enough and it's going to have a
Okay.
little tea break. So that's why we need to press it every so often. How's it going?
Definitely more of a subtle look using the bag. I've changed my mind. I prefer using the bag, the Ziploc bag, to the acetate.
Convert. Okay. There is a heat gun behind you if you want to give it a little blast.
Like that.
Yeah, there's 2 settings on that heat gun. That is a WOW embossing tool. There's 1 and 2. One's obviously faster. I mean, number 2 is obviously faster than number 1. So here I have my smooshy background. I think it looks really cool. Really fun sort of texture on there. Amanda says, hi Jasmine, hi Amy, and Marjolaine's here too. Hello, hello, hello. Kenrick and Elvira are home from school. Yay! Piper will be home soon as well. Actually, she'll be home in the next 5 minutes. She'll probably end up gracing us with her presence, no doubt. I'm going to hit this with the heat tool because it's a little bit soggy at the moment.
Okay. Amy says heat setting 1 is for watercolor and heat setting 2 is for embossing. She owns the same tool.
Oh, I didn't know that. There you go.
Oh, yours is looking good.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
It's all about the layerages. So I'm going to cut this down to be a little panel. I'm going to turn this around as well so that we've got a bit more space. Heat setting 1 is for watercolor and heat setting 2 is for embossing. So this would classify as watercolor because what you don't want to do is singe your paper or your cardstock. And if you have a very hot heat tool, then it can, especially if you get quite close, you'll get sort of that browny orangey tint to it. So there you go. Marjan says, Happy Doodle team, looks great, you two in that shirt. Woo,
yeah, we're matching, aren't we?
we're matching.
It was totally unplanned, by the way.
Yeah. Sometimes it just happens. Plus, I know some of you have already picked up the shirts because it's still on offer on the store.
They are, yeah.
Well, I might want to go grab some. Ooh, need to get my nose. So here I have my panel 4.5 by 5.25. That's going on the front of my card. And I'm going to decide what else we're going to put on there. Oh, it's looking lovely. It's kind of got that dappled effect. And
Yeah,
it's really light.
I
don't think it is because it's so light. But we'll get a close up at the end, maybe.
Sure. I think that's probably about enough for a sort of sky kind of.
Shall we clean up our smooshiness?
I think so.
And then you need to think about what do you want for your grass? Maybe a minty green? Maybe the hint of mint color?
I was thinking green bean.
Green bean?
Yeah, but a green bean.
Green bean sounds great. We'll pop them over there. Well, and this over here. So, let me see if I can find you some green bean.
Oh, your phone's locked. Can't see the colour.
Here he is. Here's some green bean for you.
Thank God. Oh, look, there's one. Here's one you made earlier.
See?
I might just steal that.
Oh! That was what we call fortuitous.
Keep your scraps, people.
For sure. Absolutely. I'm going to pop these back for flavour on.
The right height and everything. Yeah.
Wow. It never works like that for me.
Fate.
See?
Look, see. The way I've got my card, there's a sort of higher blank space up there.
Oh,
But if I use the right edge of grass, it seems to cover it right up.
quite jealous. Nothing ever happens like that. Pretty good indeed. I'm gonna now colour in my critters. You want to colour yours in?
Yeah, I think so.
Seeing as you had here's one I made earlier, Blue Peter moment.
Yeah. It was very Blue Peter. That is a throwback. Blue. Does anyone know if Blue Peter's still on?
I don't know.
I don't know if it's still on.
Alright. I'm gonna show you how to use. So last time we used, did we use Copics on?
Yeah, we did. And I loved them.
You like them?
I like them.
So today I'm going to show you the Spectrum Noir Tri-Blends. So it's alcohol markers just like the Copics.
Sure.
But these Tri-Blends, the good thing about this is that you have one barrel and you have 3 tones. So, so when we did some colouring the last time, we had a light tone, a mid tone, and then a darker tone as well. So this does the hard work for you. So I'm going to show you first of all. You've got a side that says light.
Sure.
So I'm going to colour in Mr. Nessie. What do you think we should call this little baby Nessie?
Nessie Junior.
Just call him Junior.
Yeah, Junior.
Junior. And then I'm going to go to the dark today.
Sure.
I'm going to add a little bit of darkness around his belly, underneath his chin, like so.
Very cute.
Come back to my mid-tone, do little circles to blend it out, like so. And then I'm going to go back to my light tone.
Sure.
You with me?
I'm with you.
You're with me.
I'm just disappointed that I lived in Inverness for 3 years and never once saw Nessie.
Did she
Never
not
saw
come
her.
out?
No.
Well, there you go. There's Junior.
There's Junior.
There's Junior. So, if you want to give them a go, those are the Tri-Blends.
Sure.
It'll kind of come out like the mid-tone colour, so you can pull the lid out to see what it's like.
Okay.
Feel free to experiment on the side, give it a little overlapping goodness, little practice run. Or if you're lacking, because I only have certain colours here, so if you're lacking in colours, we can try some of the other ones as well.
Sure.
I think I've got enough markers that you shouldn't struggle too much.
Yes.
One or the other one. Laura said craft room elves. Yeah, that's what we are, craft room elves.
How your orders get to you.
Exactly. You actually did a story, didn't you, yesterday?
I did. Packing
About
some orders.
packing some orders. And you might have also seen that we have some Kickstart placements here at Heffy Doodle. So for those of you who are across the pond, this will sadly not probably make an awful lot of sense for you, but the UK government here is doing a scheme to try and help younger unemployed people get work experience. And it's part of the scheme is that you have to be a particular age. What is it, 18 to 24, something like that?
I think it's
16
16 to 24.
Something like that. And we have registered to have some placements here with us at Heffy Doodle HQ. So we're very excited about that. You might see some more craft elves. So we are recruiting. That's what we should have put. We should have put the job description down. Craft room elves. So you'll also notice that these nibs are finer and more of a bullet point. How are you finding that?
I like them. I don't know if I like them more than the others. The others were pretty good.
The others are good
These
too.
are also pretty good.
Yeah. Do you know, I'm pretty much the same. I kind of like nearly all of them. I like these ones for really fine details, like the teacup that you're doing there. I like being able to get in with the the little bullet point on this.
Uh-huh.
But then for things like hair, I like flicking with the thicker Copic marker. I'm using Muted Brown Blend. So I want to know from you guys, what's the next card that you're going to make? Have you got any plans? Also, Marceline wanted to know, how did Kenrick get on with his birthday? We were thinking of him, weren't we?
Uh-huh.
Let's see. I find that these ones are squeakier than my Copics. There's Ranger at the door. Let me go get him. Come on in. Come on. You want to be a craft dog? Come. No, not bothered. Monica on YouTube says, love your matching shirts. Thank you. These are on sale on the Heffy Doodle store. Grab a bargain right now.
Definitely not a tea colour, that brown grey shade.
This is a tea colour, probably. These ones.
Yeah.
Depends if you've got lots of milk in your tea or not. I think I have more milk than you do, Morgan.
Do yeah.
Like over milk yours. Sometimes.
I'll drink it with too much milk in it.
You will.
I would rather it had too much milk than not enough.
Yeah. I'm quite fussy about my tea. As Jasmine knows, poor Jasmine. Many a tea she had to make for me. Oh, this one's a bit dry. I suspect a child left a lid off at one point. I wonder if I use the other end, is it going to be better?
I am enjoying having the 3 shades in one marker.
Yes, it takes the hard work out of it. Doesn't it?
Making my life easier.
That makes a nice change. Here's Nessie. I'm also using some Spectrum Noir Classics. I'm liking these as well. So you've got 2 little corgis and a teacup, 2 teacups even.
2 teacups. Yeah.
So the real question is, does Cat like tea?
This is when I say yes and she doesn't.
You don't know is the answer.
We went out for pancakes at the weekend for her birthday and they were very good. But she had coffee when we were out, so that doesn't help me with my answer.
No. When are we going to have pancakes, Morgan? That's what I want to know.
Well, now things are open again. We'll just have to go and get pancakes.
Have to do it.
It's easier now.
Yeah. Awesome.
I like that aqua colour.
Yeah, test it out, give it a go.
I did it on my wee tea bag hanging out in my cup.
Oh yeah, cute. Very cute indeed. So I've added a couple of different shades to Nessie Junior and Nessie Senior. And let's see if I can get another mountain. And mountain color here. Monica says she's making graduation cards. Ah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I think I've only ever made one graduation card before.
That time of year again, isn't it?
Yeah, and also in America, I think the schools finish like way earlier than over here. In fact, in Scotland, schools finish earlier than in England. In England, we go to like, I say we, I'm not English. In England, they go to like the 21st of July or something, not like that. What is it here? I feel like it's June.
It's been that long.
We're not that old.
I know my uni semesters were all different, so I'm like, I don't remember what time people finish anymore.
I think it's
it's the end of June.
Well, I think it might be May. Is it? So tell me, anybody over there across the pond in America, when do the kids, should I say, finish school? That's what we'd like to know. I'm going to die cut out my little critters using my Heffy Doodle mini die cutting machine, which coordinates perfectly with my shirt look.
Matchy matchy.
Matchy matchy. Good fun. And I'm going to use my Heffy Doodle metal tape to adhere my die onto my cutting plate to make sure that it stays in place while it goes through the machine, but it doesn't stick too hard, meaning that it pulls off the top layer of your coloured in project whenever you remove it. Oh, Monica says middle of May to the beginning of June. Whoa, that's super soon. I guess we need to do some teacher cards. Maybe next week in our live we'll do some teacher cards. Gabby says, I think our schools end in June in the USA. I think every state has different dates. My son is the second week of June. And in the Netherlands this year, in Noord-Brabant, Netherlands, it starts on the week of the 23rd of July, but it's always different. We're quite late this year. It's crazy, isn't it? So different. So different. Alrighty, let's get my little Nessie out. Can't tell whether I prefer the baby Nessie or the mama Nessie. How's Mr. Corgi doing?
Well, I accidentally started the dark fade, so
that's okay. There might even be another. So see the way this says gold brown blend?
Yeah.
There should be another one that says gold brown shade, maybe.
Okay.
So the darkest in this will be like the lightest in the other one. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So have a look and see if you can find it, and then practice when they're a bit scratchy.
Fix them.
Everything is fixable. I mean, sometimes you have to start all over again, but it's still fixable.
He's maybe not traditional corgi colours, but he looks really cute.
He might not be a corgi, he might be a hybrid. Here he is. There she is. Awesome. Amanda says, my daughter's last day of school, I'm assuming you mean Kelly, last day of school is today. Oh my gosh. That is not so. Last day of school today. She has a drive-through promotional ceremony tomorrow.
Wow.
And then on to high school. Last day of middle school. We run out the door now. Bye. Bye, Amanda. All right. So I'm going to put on my little mountains. And I've got my Nessie and my baby Nessie as well. Love the little splashes that we have going on there. And I'm actually going to use on the stamp set, there is, can you see, like a wave here?
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to use that on my card to stamp a wave design. Catherine's here, joining late from Vancouver, Canada.
Oh, I love Vancouver.
Have you been?
I've been twice. I've got a lot of family out there.
Yeah.
I miss them.
Aw, shout out to your family. I've never been to Canada, but I'd love to go.
Beautiful country. It's like Scotland on steroids with
Really?
those mountains. Yeah, we think we have them over here. And then you go over there and go, whoa.
Wow, you go to Nova Scotia. The new and improved Scotland. Isn't that what that means? Nova Scotia? Doesn't that mean kind of like New Scotland?
So.
We're obviously not educated enough in this. Maybe you could help us, Catherine. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to use. Did I just put it away? What did I do with it? Oh, I hate this. Oh, there it is. Okay, okay, okay.
We're getting
I
there.
like aborted. Right, so I'm going to stamp my little wave on here. And I'm going to use a blue color, but I'm going to use a distress oxide because oxides stamp better than distress inks. So let me see what I can find. Little Mermaid Lagoon. Looks like it will be this thick.
Can't decide what colour to make his little face now. I made this one a bit dark.
And sometimes what I find will help is if, especially things like corgis or parrots or whatever, sometimes I will Google a picture of what a corgi looks like. And it helps me with the placement of colours, you know what I mean? And also picking colours.
It was as I started colouring and I just immediately forgot what they looked like.
Yeah, I know. You're like, I know what they look like. And then, oops.
Taking some creative license.
Yes, but that's just the fun of crafting.
It is.
So I've stamped my little wavy line on here. And then what's really cool is that the die that we have for this stamp, oh, if I can lift it up with my nails. Oh, you've got better nails on today.
I deliberately cut them shorter so I could pick things up.
Yes. So the cool thing about this die is that it fits over the stamp line perfectly, but it'll only cut out the top section. Can you see?
Yeah.
It's only got a blade on the top section. So I'm going to stick this down. Lost a piece of normal tape. And because this piece of card is a bit bigger, I'm going to have to put this through my Gemini.
There we go. My corgis are done.
Yay! Hold it up for everyone to see. Little corgis look adorable. Would you like my memo tape so you can cut them out?
Please, yeah.
There you go.
I might cut the card a little bit smaller first.
Good shout. Here's some scissors for you. So here we have that line's been cut out. So I'm going to be able to tuck my mountains behind there like this. I love it. Let's get this stuck on. In fact, before I stick that on, I'm going to trim down this panel because I'm going to adhere it onto an A2 card. So I'm going to trim it down ever so slightly on all sides.
That side. Oh, Laura says my corgis are looking fab. Thank you, Laura.
So cool. Okay, let's stick this down. And I'm just going to use some roller glue for this. For ease and convenience. Oops, what happened?
Memo tape.
So now I have my humpy bumpy mountains. Ranger has decided to lie down on the other side of the room in protest. Not being a craft dog today, is it? Yeah. As you wish, child, as you wish. Now it just looks like an island in the middle of the sea.
Does.
I'm okay with that. I'm going to see if I have any sentiments that say about making a splash. I think there's one in Quack Me Up, so I'll be right back.
Moment of truth. We have the first corgi cut out. Stick him over there.
Yes, we have make a splash on your big day. And also, you are my sunshine, also cute.
Not a lot of sun up here, so.
No.
Especially not this week.
Or thinking of you, whatever the weather. Maybe that's
a good one.
appropriate.
Yeah.
Thinking of you, whatever the weather, or make a splash on your big day. I think thinking of you, whatever the weather, will work for this. Yeah?
Yeah, I think so. So, card number 2.
That was cute.
Oh, now I have to find the dies for the matching teacup.
Ooh, challenge. Over here at kind of the third way mark. We all talking about thirds last week, weren't we? Probably 2 weeks ago. Gosh, time is flying by. Morgan's also been learning a little bit about photography.
I have, yeah.
She's been practicing taking photos of her projects.
Probably some more practice later.
I've got some others to do. Actually, I wanted to show you a card that I made on a live stream on my personal channel, which is called Hungry Heffy over on YouTube. And I did a live stream on Friday. I do one every Friday, or at least most Fridays. And I made this card. Let me go grab it. And Laura should be happy because it's got a little Highland card. So I'm hoping you guys can see. This was inspired by a card which Karen had made on our Gerda Steiner blog hub. And she called it a theatre card. I've never seen it before, but it's really cool. So you have a card like this with the aperture, and I've got a little mukai. And then you can pull out these side panels like this and reveal a picture on the inside. And then there's also this section in here, this what she called a stage, and it has my little Nessie in there. So love it. Looks really cool. I really enjoyed making that. If you're interested in knowing how to make that, you can go over to my personal channel on YouTube, Hungry Heffy, and take a look at that. But yes, you'll have to take a picture of that someday this week, won't you?
There we go, my teacups are going through.
Awesome. And have you decided sentiment for the top? Oh yes, you did.
Terrific.
Yes, and the happy birthday, right?
Yeah, from everyday. Happy birthday from popping by, and then I'm going to use the everyday sentiments to put happy birthday in the side.
Good shout. What you could do is put the happy birthday in like a colour. Make it pop. And maybe even the teal colour or something, or the pink to bring in the pink from the ears.
Oh, that would be
cute.
Yeah.
And then do the hope your day is terrific in black or in grey or something. That'd be cool.
Go done my teacup.
Looking good. Alright, so I've got a Thinking of You, Whatever the Weather from the Quack Me Up stamp set. Let's see. Fancy folds scare me, says Laura. Like most fancy interactive cards, if you see it being made and break it down, all kind of makes sense afterwards. So hopefully I explain it okay over on my video. Catherine says, love the theatre card. And Monica says, the card is awesome. Yay. She says, it looks very complex. I'll put it from the comments, but entirely awesome. Ah, thanks. Thank you so much. All right, what colour should I put behind this? I'm thinking maybe some of that darker blue, maybe Blueberry Bliss.
Yeah, I think
that would be good. It's quite, I think it'll have a bit of a masculine vibe about it.
Yeah, I think Cookie Monster might be too bright.
Yeah.
And
not enough contrast. Yeah. Or we could go for a craft colour so that it contrasts with the brown. But I think I'm going for Blueberry Bliss. I'll make that my winner today.
Okay. I'm just going to chop my grass down to the right size.
If I can find it. Oh no! Where's the button? Oh. I forgot! Press the button. Sorry about that, guys. Let me see. I don't have any blueberry bliss in there. I need to hunt it out so I can see what it looks like. This is what it would look like on craft. Actually, kind of like that. I think it works quite well. So I think I'm going to go for this one. I'm going to trim this down to 5.5 by 4.25. Wait for Morgan to finish with the trimmer.
Sure. Carrie Rhodes says, "Hey there, Lesley."
Hey, Carrie. How you doing, girl? So I actually really like this one here. I think it looks really
nice.
cool. It really pops.
Yeah.
And maybe what I'll do is I'll raise this bit up with some foam tape just to give some dimension. Everybody loves dimension. Morgan, do you like dimension?
I think so, yeah. I think
Oh, you could dimension your corgis or your grass. Or both.
or I could put the action wobblers on them.
Oh.
The wibble wobble.
I'm so proud of you, Morgan.
I'm catching on, aren't I?
Right. Carrie said, good, love to see you in your new space, loving that wallpaper. We've had lots of love for this wallpaper so far. I didn't even pick it. It was here when we got here, but I guess we're going to have to replicate it. It's cool. We've had a couple of people say to me that they want that in a stencil. It'd be quite cool as a stencil.
Nice.
Yeah. I think the best thing about this wall is something that you guys can't even tell. Did you notice that?
I only noticed the other day. It took me a while to notice the secret of the magic wall.
It is a magic wall. So all these lines here are actually glass beads that has like the best texture. You can put your hand against it. It's funky time.
I'm going to get.
Mm-hmm.
My graph.
Alrighty. Think you can handle that now?
I've got it sussed now, yeah.
Takes a wee bit of getting used to that one. Morgan with genius ideas, says Laura. There you go, Morgan. They say the student has become the master.
It's rare, but it sometimes happens.
Obviously, you had your Weetabix this morning. Not really.
No, it's not my protein brownie.
Your brownie.
Mm.
Are you going to line that up? Stop!
Stop.
Stop.
Is there a secret to lining it up?
Yes, line it up against the bottom edge.
Oh,
And then
that's clever.
butt that up against. And if you need this to stay, take it down with some memory tape. Well, it's not going to stick to that surface, but you can try.
No.
I'll hold it. Nice.
Ta-da!
Oh, if I'd known it was exactly the same length, you could butt it
Put it
up
in the
against.
corner.
You'll know that for the next time.
There we go.
Carrie says that's because you have the best foam tape. Whoop, whoop.
That is true.
We do. Morgan's not so keen on the foam tape when she has to package it.
It's the foam strips.
Yeah.
They like to stick to the cellophane.
Oh, they're awful.
And they take a long time to get in there.
Takes extra chocolate that day, doesn't it?
The foam tape's not so bad. I don't know why. It just seems to, it cooperates.
Mm. Alright.
I think put my teapot in the middle. Corgi on either side.
Looking lovely.
And I think I've got a teacup each for them.
Oh. Drinking out of their teacups, so cute. I'm going to stick up my Nessies, but I'm going to probably put one flush and then the little one raised up a tiny bit. I'm going to use 1mm foam tape, sorry. Well,
Well,
I
I can't decide whether to have the teapot over the edge of the grass or to have it further down.
I always like it when things hang over because it anchors one part of the card to the other. But my suggestion to you would be put your sentiment on and then you can make your decision because it might affect the balance of the card. Carrie says, well, I appreciate you packaging them. Yay!
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah. It's all worthwhile when you get some loving.
So I'm going to get my Misty back out, I think. On the sentiment. Move all my bits and bobs out the way.
Yeah.
This is so much easier with shorter nails.
Isn't it? I love this. It's over here. Have you tried to build up any boxes today with your shorter nails?
Yeah. So the packing boxes that your lovely orders arrived to you in were a bit tricky with the long nails folding the edges over without catching my nails in them. But I can do it now and I can do it quickly.
Yeah. Was it for the new release? I was like, you know what? Just give it to me.
Yeah.
I think it was more painful me watching you do it.
It's the scrabbling noise that your nails make on the cardboard.
Yeah. It's like Ranger whenever he like tries to chase a ball on the laminate floor.
Yeah, it is.
It's funny.
Yeah, I've got crafter's nails now.
Yay! I knew I'd convert you. Oopsies. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, it's so cute. Thinking about you forever. No, thinking of you, not about you. Thinking of you, whatever the weather. Now, what I like to do when I have like a little critter with a dot eye is actually come in with a Sakura Glaze pen in black. And a glaze pen, you've probably not seen this before. Let me grab a piece of card here and get it started.
Trying to get the sentiment in the middle.
It's always a bit of a challenge sometimes.
Yeah.
So a glaze pen dries raised and glossy, but I need to get this started because it's been lying dormant. The Sleeping Beauty.
I've put it on the right way round.
So, do you know there's lines etched on there to help you? I don't follow them.
Oh, that would have been clever.
So you can sometimes use that to...
There we go. I think we're all right.
We good?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I've got this started now. But it's kind of hard for you to see, but it'll dry a bit glazed. It's called glazed pen for that reason. And the only reason I really use it is for the single dot of a critter's eye, and it just makes the light catch the critter's eye whenever you move it around like that. So I like that.
There's the memento still hanging about.
Memento is over here, Monsieur Memento. And I'm also going to come in with a little gel pen. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with gel pens. I actually love them, but they always, I don't know, they like never want to work for me. Does anyone else have a love-hate relationship with gel pens, white gel pens? Or alternatively, does anyone else have any tricks for me to help me get the most out of my gel pen? That's what I'd like to know.
I'm just inking up my sentiment for the front.
That's the terrific one, right?
Yes. It took me a minute there to go, oh, I put the right one on.
Marjane says she's off to walk the doggo. Yay! And Laura says, I love these teeny tiny things that add so much to the card. Yeah, me too. I'm also going to add a couple of dots using my gel pen because that's just the way I roll, you know. A little bit of texture. In fact, I'm also going to add some gel pen to my ink smoosh background. I'm going to add some dots. I'm going to add some little tiny pluses, little sort of sparklies, little circles. Just for fun. Oh, that scared me there.
The craft room elves.
I know. As long as it's not gremlins. Oh, speaking of gremlins, I'm going to go touch that camera so it doesn't. Okay. Your work is hidden behind this. Let me move this out of the way.
There we go.
Go in. All right, I have one more trick up my sleeve. I'm going to go find it first of all.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I have it.
Laura says somebody that she's spoken to has said they use their white gel pen every other day, even if they aren't card making. It keeps it going and flowing.
That sounds like a commitment that I am definitely not going to do.
And Carrie says she used to have the same problem. Learned not to press too hard or the ball in the pen doesn't roll as smoothly.
Ah, okay. The thing I'm looking for is like hiding on me. Unless it's in here. It is in here. Okay, so this is what I was looking for, which is a snow marker, and this is another thing that I'm really excited to show Morgan.
Okay, I shall finish inking this and then you can have my full attention.
Okay, so this is called a snow marker, and it is by a company called Marve La Plume.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to put some snow caps onto my mountains. Yes, well, at least that's the plan. So when you get it, oh hello, when you get it, you need to prep the nib by pushing down on it.
Okay.
A piece of scratch piece of card. I'm actually going to clean mine off because it just had a little epileptic fit here. Alrighty. So, and a bit like what you said with the gel pen, for this one, I like to, instead of push down, I kind of tap and move it around. Can you see now I'm getting some nice circles from this?
Mm-hmm.
You guys can't see, but I'm getting some nice circles here. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to add my marker to my snowy mountains here, and it's going to look wet and puddly. Is puddly a word?
It can be a word now.
Okay, it's a word today. I'm going to make them wet and puddly on all three of my snow caps, and I'm just gently tapping, not putting a lot of pressure on it. And now I'm going to go to my heat gun for some magic.
I'm gonna get some foam tape. Put my teapot in the pot on this. And Ranger says he would like his chair back.
Monsieur, there you go.
thing away from me.
All right. So, Mark, what do you think of this?
Is
So-
that the real thing?
It has really puffed up and made it really poofy. So I'm actually going to, one of them is not quite as poofy as the other. So I'm going to come in with a second layer of my snow. So it gives this beautiful snowy texture. All bumpy, fluffy almost. Really cool. It's looking really, really cool. I'm going to let that dry. And then I'm going to use my, what's it called? Marvy glitter brush marker.
A hard
My,
glitter,
no,
yes.
not Marvy. My Wink of Stella. Yes. Yeah, glitter.
Glitter, yes.
Yes. Sign you up.
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you what this does. Look. It's really glittery. It has like a pearlescent sheen to it. Can you see?
Ooh, I like
You'll
that.
like it. She'll be putting it on her nails before too long.
Yeah, I wonder where it's gone. I'll
Oh,
take it.
whoops. Monica says, that's so cool. We have a few of these in the shop, the snow markers. I don't think we have massive. We do have some in the shop. I'm going to cut down a card blank. I'm going to have it for a quarter.
I'm going to fiddle with my backing on the foam tape.
Shout if you need some assistance. Now, we need to take a picture on our phone afterwards of us two with our cards and share it with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
We had some requests last week, didn't we?
We did, yeah. I can share it tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh no. End of the line. Oh. I need to replenish that. I need to put that on my to-do list.
There we go.
Oh, sorry, dear.
Hi. I've got my teacup, my teapot on.
Oh, I could go for a cup of tea right about now.
We do have a bad habit though of saying that,
We do.
putting the kettle on to boil and then totally forgetting about it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, put the kettle on, and then it's. Did we ever make that tea? No, we didn't.
No.
No, we
Right.
didn't, did we?
Get my action wobblers.
Alrighty.
In the trolley.
No, I think they're in the top drawer over there. Alright, so now I have my card on my card base. Da-da-da-da. I'm going to use my glitter brush marker to add some glitter and shine to the top of my mountains. In fact, I might actually add a little bit to my water as well. I'm gonna go kind of quick and a bit light-handed on it because the water and the solution from the pen can reactivate the water, the smooshy water, and then actually like push it around. And I don't want that. I don't want it to ruin the style. But look how shiny that is now. Cute. Do you like it? Got your action wobbler.
Yeah,
We're gonna go for a little wibbly wobbly.
I think so, yeah.
Right, this one.
Stick it on first boil. I've started saying that now, boil. That's a
Boil.
Lesley word.
Is that a word?
I think that's a Lesley word.
That's Irish. Sometimes you say things and you don't even realise that it's like Irish or Scottish.
Like squishy cream.
Squishy cream. Scraping. So, what do you want? A white card blank or do you want a coloured card blank? I can cut that for you. You could go purple to tie in with your purplies.
I think we should, yeah.
Yeah. What about some wild berries sort of in between pink and purple?
I think so, yeah. Because I've got the pink in the corgi's ears and on the teapot as well, and a little love heart on it.
Also, it's a beautiful colour.
No, I'm gonna have to get the pokey tool.
I'll do it for you. This one you just bend, remember? You bend like
No, I
that.
forgot that.
So this is wild berry. It's in between a pink and a purple, and it is beautiful.
There we go. That's one corgi on.
So for cat, you're making a dog card.
Yes.
Hi, Brina. How you doing?
But going with cats was too obvious.
Yes, you don't want to be that person, do you? There we go. And for your sentiment, happy birthday sentiment. What kind of colour would you like for that? Pinky purple for this colour?
I think we should do it in purple, yeah.
There is a
Matchy,
colour
matchy.
like this called, I think it's called Pixie Dust by Catherine Pooler, and it's going to look beautiful. Let
Okay.
me see if I can find
So
it.
do that if you can find it. There we go. We're stuck on now.
You can stick that on.
Mm-hmm.
You use that Fix It Craft one. See this?
That one.
Still looking. Right, I have some options for you.
Okay.
Kind of 3 shades from the same colour family. So I'll just do a little test on the back of this card. We've got Sweet 16. We have Pixie Dust. And we have Flirty, how do you say that word? Fuchsia?
Fuchsia, yeah.
Fuchsia.
There we go. We're on there.
So which one of these would work best with your project?
I think the one in the middle, maybe.
I think Pixie Dust. See,
Pixie
those are colours. Use your here, upgrade to a big one so that you've got a wee bit more space. You felt very privileged there.
I know.
Could tell in this side.
I'm moving up in the world.
Normally I have to use the baby one. I think the baby one's quite handy though.
It is, yeah. Right. The magnets away from each other.
So you're putting the happy birthday here? Or are you gonna put it in the inside?
I thought I was going to put it. Ah! Do you know what? I
thought that
remembered
was-
that we've. Do you know what I've done?
What?
I forgot to put my happy birthday from Pop and Buy in the front.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were doing.
I was way ahead of you. I was like, I'm going to put the happy birthday in the inside.
Oh, I thought you were gonna put this
I am.
just underneath there in Pixie Dust.
Yes.
You are now.
Yeah, I am now.
Sad to see we caught up with one another.
I know. See, last week we came up with a little plan for what we were doing, and we drew it out. And we didn't do that this week, and I feel like that's...
You think that?
Yeah.
You see, I asked you to explain it, and then in my mind I just visualize it, but maybe you don't work like that just yet. I would move it a wee bit closer,
You
just
bit closer?
for a balance.
Okay.
I mean, you can do what you wish, but that's what my design I would tell you.
Sure.
Laura says, Morgan, have you seen the memory misty?
The what?
The memory
What's
misty
this?
is this big.
Oh,
So it
big
holds-
boy.
He's a big boy.
Oh, my corgis are stuck.
He's a bit too big for me. The memory misty. Perfect if you're a scrapbooker though.
Right.
You ready?
Yeah.
There you go. Now this is a soft foam, so make sure that you go light, light, light,
Light.
light, light, light.
Oh yeah, that is very light.
Yes. You'll feel it move underneath. Laura says, super handy for me as a scrapper. Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's what I need to get into. I need to get a scrapbook.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to run out of cards to make eventually.
No, you never run a
No?
card. that I used to scrapbook and then I changed to cards because, well, I'll show you one day. I've got some down there. I would scrapbook at, oh, how did that move? Oh, this moved.
That was a good spot.
No.
That was a good spot.
That was a good spot. You might just be able to do this. Hold on a wee second. No. We'll start again. Just clean this off. We don't want any rogue sentiments. Can you imagine live on air?
I know.
No, put this back down the corner.
Put that back down.
And then take that off.
Then take that off.
And we're going to start again. This is good learning.
It is.
Learning.
Right, we're round the right way this time.
So yes, I used to scrapbook and then I would just scrap it and put it in the box, put it in the page protector and everything. And I enjoyed it, I really did. But then I liked the fact that with a card you could like share it with someone. Does that make sense?
That is true, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Take two, nobody saw anything.
Nope, didn't happen. Ink that up.
Okay. Right, try that again.
Yeah. Have a look at what you nearly did.
What did I nearly do?
Have a look.
Oh, it's back to front.
I'm so glad I interrupted you. Third time's the charm. Learning how to do
this. How have I managed it?
It's quite scripty, that, so if you're not, well, yeah.
Right, hold on a minute here. We want it this way.
Alright.
This way.
That way. Pop it down there. Happy birthday. Can you read it?
I can read it this time, yeah. Note to self, proofread your stamps.
Yes, proofread.
Just make sure they're on the right way.
Laura's having a good old laugh at your expense there. Glad to see we're brightening up everybody's Tuesday afternoon.
Put a comedy relief for the day.
Yeah. If that does happen to you, I recommend just stamp it again on a piece of card and then layer it on top. And we can make that work.
There's a little bit, I think, from the white on there.
Pokey tool.
Pokey tool.
Pokey tool to the rescue.
Wherever we've put it.
It's here. Hold your breath. Oh, I'm just going to go with my fingers. So you're going to have to ink up that section again. We all do it.
Gonna wipe that little bit there.
Good plan.
There we go.
Laura says, I lost a die for 20 minutes yesterday. It was right in front of me.
We've all been there.
We have all been there. That is true.
It's always Lego. I used to find, like, seem to grow legs when you were trying to make
As
something.
long as it's not found underneath your foot. Oh, that's so when you stand on Lego. I think we're going to have to do that one again.
Let's do that one again.
Because it's watercolor cardstock, I think it'll probably take to the ink a little bit different as well. I've done that too. I've lost stamps, and normally they turn up on the back of the plastic wallet. You pull out one that you've not used in months, and you're like, oh, okay, that's where that went to. You might find that your wobbler.
I think it's my wobblers.
So just give it a wee.
Just give them a wee squish.
A wee smooshy. Tendy squishy cream. He's bleeding a wee bit there.
Yeah.
Should we pop it onto some white and then raise it up?
I think we should, yeah.
Let's get some different cards then, not watercolor.
I'm making mistakes so people don't have to.
Here.
Learning process.
So clean that up and
Sure.
we'll just do it, position it down here. Make sure there's no stray bits of floof from our wipey. If the wipey starts to get a bit floofy, I just take a new one.
Sure. Okay.
Ready?
Are we in the right spot?
No, you'll need to move that down.
Move them.
So put it about here in the middle and then we'll work with what we've got there.
About there?
The wrong way around now, yeah.
I'm desperate to get it the wrong way around. Ranger's not impressed. You're right, Laura. Everything is fixable. I'm learning that as we go. Get my magnets in the right spot, so. Right. We'll try that one again. It's a lovely colour, though. It's just an excuse for me to see it more. Smooshy on the other card, but not as smooshy.
That looks good. Do you know what? It's this ink. It'll dry smooth. Just give it a wee second.
We'll just leave it.
Yeah, we'll just leave it for now. Ranger says the postman has been.
That's
the post lady. That's good. Laura says everything is fixable. Everything is fixable. Absolutely. All right. So what we can do is use the strips of ease.
Strips of ease, yeah.
Maybe the more strips of ease. Let me see how thick we need it to be. Oh, I think you're going to need the more strips of ease. Do it a wee bit thicker. Pop that over to the side.
I'll take my stamp off of it.
Oh yeah. Good shout. Good shout.
Oh, my magnets are touching. No, I want.
No touchy.
Stop it. They really want to jump together, those two.
They love each other.
Right.
All right. Oh, okay. Here it is. So use your memo tape to secure that. Do it like in the middle.
In the middle, okay.
Yeah, because it's easier to manage that way. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
If I pop it on like that? No.
Yeah, you're just not straight. So see the bottom edge of your text?
Yeah.
We'll try and make the die parallel.
Sure.
With that.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. It'll just come out a bit whimsical afterwards. So it depends on the look that you're going for.
It's a good word, whimsical.
Yeah. It's a good way to cover your sins.
My plate.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I put them away. There you go. Lovely. Oh, the light is just hitting my card so beautifully. I think it looks really cool. It's really sparkly. Can you see the sparkle from where you are? I
can see it, yeah.
I think I'm going to add a sequin or two to that just to really lift it.
I was just thinking we hadn't got any sequins out today. After last week's sequin overload.
There's no such thing as sequin
There
overload.
isn't, no. There we go. Got my happy birthday out this time.
See? These here are like bubbles. And I think they're pretty cool.
I wish I'd seen them last week.
It's okay. You can just make a new card with them.
Just have to?
No, just have to is right.
How it works.
Yep.
But there we go. I've got my happy birthday.
Lovely. Where does that go? Back here. No such thing. Too many sequins.
No.
Lords in our camp. All right. Now, can you see the way the side of the die has kind of made a wee indentation? If it doesn't bother you, then it doesn't bother you. Sometimes I like to just give it a little massage with the edge of my bone folder, and that just pushes it out.
Sure.
So I've left my bone folder there in case you want to.
We'll give it a wee go.
Give it a shotty.
That fairly works.
Doesn't it? It's like splishy splashy fun times over here now.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
I wouldn't necessarily want to swim in Loch Ness, though.
Oh no. Or any loch for that matter.
No.
No. Thanks, but no.
That is a lie. I've swum in a loch before.
Have
That was
you?
nice, yes.
It was nice?
It was on
We just
Tyree.
did that. Where's Tyree?
Outer Hebrides.
Oh.
It's very lovely. When the weather's nice and it's not blowing an absolute hoolie outside.
blowing a hoolie. That must be a Scottish thing, dear.
Yeah, very windy.
What'd you call me?
There we go.
You done?
I think so. You can see it a little bit, but not a lot.
That's fine.
There
So
we go.
where's your card? So you think it'll go about here?
I think so, yeah.
So just use your scissors to snip that up there.
Try to get it straight.
Yes, try and get it straight. Sometimes that's the hardest bit.
Neaten up the other edge.
And I'm adding some sequins.
Monica says, looks like we're both having a lot of fun. I would say we are. It's a good laugh in Heffy HQ.
Yeah.
Good laugh and lots of singing.
Yeah. Sometimes I say, would you ever have done this in your old job, Morgan? She said, no.
The answer is usually no.
Yeah. I'm just using a wee piece of scratch card to help me pick up just a tiny bit of my wet glue, because sometimes squeezing it out, it comes out a little on the fast side. And I want to have control over where I put them. And one more over here. Stick that on. Oh, I love it. So you could raise that up or you could put it on flat. Which do you wish to do?
I've decided I'm going to raise it up.
Nice.
Oh, because the background's kind of, I wouldn't say flat, but
Yes,
it's nice when everything's...
I agree.
Yeah.
Monica says, I can't wait to see both of your cards close up. Yay! Me too. I'm done. I'm ready. I'm ready. You're nearly done.
I'm just battling with my foam tape backing again. Teamwork.
Teamwork makes the dream work. There you go, dear.
Thank you very much.
Ta-da!
There we go. We fixed it. Hide the crime.
Hide the crap. So before we go any further, do you want any sequins?
I'll have a look at the sequins. I shall perhaps include them.
Peruse. We've got some sort of periwinkle kind of colours. There's some periwinkle in there. Sort of maybe not quite the right colour. I'm going to have a look, see what else pops out at the
And
end.
the sequin drawer.
Look in the magical, mystical sequin drawer. Oh, these ones aren't. Oh no, they're too purple, too blue. Those ones. Always go for white sequins.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, they're right here.
If I was the last time we touched the camera.
Oh, touch it again. See, they're in the middle of the circle.
In the middle of the circle. Okay. We'll press okay.
Yeah.
Hooray.
Hooray!
Okay.
So, what you can do is, what I tend to do anyway, pick out your sequins that you wish, whichever one you're going to choose.
I think we'll do some of the clear ones.
Okay. And then
Sugar a few out.
yeah, sugar a few out is right.
There we go. Sugared.
You can lay them on the card where you want them to go. And then I've just cut a piece of scrap card into somewhat of a long triangle. It looks like a croissant before it's been rolled.
Oh, it does.
And then I just pick it up and splatter it down. Do you guys have any tricks for applying glue if it comes out too fast? I know some people have little like fine tip nozzles that they screw on the end of their glue caps. Some of them have to be kind of kept unclogged using a pin. Lots of different ways to. Oh, that just escaped. I see a hole in
There's
that.
a hole in the bag.
There's a hole in my sequin bag, dear Morgan.
Trying to think where to put these. I think maybe in the sky.
Laura says, uh-oh, now I fancy a croissant. You can have a croissant with your hot chocolate in the morning. I might join you.
Seems very French.
Very très chic. That's Laura for you. C'est très chic. While you're working on that, I'm going to come closer and attempt to give you a close-up image of my card. Hopefully we can focus without ruining the camera settings. Can you guys see? Morgan, you need to tell me if that's in focus over there because I can't.
It looks okay from where I'm standing.
Let me see if I can get a bit closer.
Okay, a little bit blurry. No. Oh, there.
Beautiful. So that's my card. Ink smooshy background. Lots of splishy splashy. Love the sequins. Can you see the texture on the... Oh, I'm too close.
Catherine
Struggling.
says she uses a toothpick or pokey tool to apply dots of glue. That's a very good idea.
That is a good idea. Toothpick is a good shout. Actually, do you know what I used to use? And then I haven't in ages and ages and ages. I wonder if I have one in here. No. It was a little eyelash glue applicator. Have you ever seen them before?
I know of them, yeah.
Like little plastic sticks. It's a bit like a cocktail stick, but it's plastic with a little tiny like brush on the end. That works quite well.
So for
Still good?
sticking them on, glue onto card or glue onto sequin?
Glue onto card.
Glue onto card.
So normally, this is what I do. This is my trick. It's not very COVID friendly, and you're not going to be able to do it, but you can use maybe this. I lick my finger, and then I'm going to steal this one. Pick it up, and then it sort of temporarily sticks to here.
Sure.
You could try it with a bit of memo tape if you wanted to. Maybe that's a bit more COVID friendly. Or we can spray this sponge with.
Let's give it a go with the memo tape. I
Okay.
think.
I'll put a wee bit of water in the middle of this.
Just put a wee dot of glue.
Wee dot of glue.
Yeah.
Wee dot of glue. That's another word that we're learning today. Monica says, I love your card. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm loving the smooshiness. I love the texture. The glistening, I don't think you can really get the full effect of it. It's really pretty. And I think I made the right choice with that craft background. How's the memo tape working out?
It's working pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That we need to add that to our list of uses for memo tapes.
Multifunctional.
If you turn around this, you can
use the other corner.
Other corner. I'm an expert.
Memo tape and a piece of card. What more do you need?
I know. Making things work. That's what we call it. Laura says, love the sparkle. Oh, good. So you're able to catch the sparkle. That's really good. You done with these? Shall I tidy up?
Yeah, please.
Clean up the sequins.
That's the bit I always find after we've crafted. There's usually one or two on the floor, like you find 2 or 3 days later and go, oh, here they are.
You know what the best thing is? Whenever a ranger is like, what is that on the floor? And then he goes over and it sticks to his booper. It's the cutest. I have to say, they're really hard to pick up off this mat.
I thought they were easier because they didn't really run away from you, but then you've got to grab them.
You
That's
got
the
to really
difficult
grab
bit.
them. On the glass mat, you can kind of just gather them along. On the silicone mat, it doesn't want to move at all. It's like, I'm staying put. We will not be moved. I just pinged it at you. I'm so sorry.
That sequin does not want to go on my card. That's just rude.
That is rude.
Just shove them on there. That'll do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put, I think, 2 little stars.
Stars are really cute, but they're hard to stick.
I was gonna put them on the teacups, and I don't know.
You can try it.
We'll give it a go.
Well, I'll give it a go. I've put them here.
Oh, how are we gonna get them off the memo tape?
Just do that once you put the glue down.
Fair enough.
We'll try anyway.
Boop. Okay, give it a go.
Move it quickly.
Quickly.
Not the
Stop
gluey
that
end.
pencil. No, we're stuck on there. It's
Well,
cool. It's
we'll go with
random.
it.
Whimsical. Whimsical.
You better do that one then.
Word of the day, whimsical.
Yeah. think the other one wants to move. This one will move better. I think that one has already decided it's going to,
There we go.
it's going to die on that hill.
Down there.
Yay! Right. Should we take your card forward?
I think we should.
All right, let's see. Here it is.
Hold on. There we go.
So hopefully you can see we have a nice light background with the smooshies. And we've got Hope Your Day is terrific. 2 cute little corgis, 2 teacups, and a teapot. And some lovely, lovely sparkle.
And we got there in the end with the sentiment.
We got there in the end. But think of everything that you've learnt today.
Exactly.
All right. So, guys, sorry. Laura says, give it the wobble.
We forgot to wobble my
Got
card.
the wobble. I'm like,
Oh, there we go.
They're like, oh yes, I love a cup of tea. Oh, I'd love one too. Oh, do you take any sugar? I don't have any sugar. They're bad for dogs. Okay, I'm gonna be here all day. Do you think Kat will enjoy it?
I hope so.
Yeah.
A lot of love
perfect.
into it.
There is a lot of love into it. And the good thing is she can watch back the live as well.
I hope not.
Right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll hope to do another live next week. And I hope that you guys will come and join us again. Big, massive thank you for watching us today. Come on over and see us at Heffy Doodle. We've got lots of projects on the blog. We've got the t-shirts still on a special offer, so you can get one as well. Yeah, would love to hear from you. Give us a shout out. Bye, everybody.
See you later.